Hello, and welcome to Talking Real, conversation for today's working woman. Today we will resume our conversation with Diane Parker as she talks about a great new project entitled AWWIN Pink. Has cancer touched your lives of the family members in your family?
Most definitely. One of the reasons why, other than obviously meeting you at the fabulous Downtown Business Association meeting, I was drawn to wanting to get involved in an organization that dealt with the health and wellness of those who are stricken by cancer, because cancer has somehow surrounded me. It hasn't touched me personally in that my own physical body, but my mother-in-law was stricken with cancer when she was a little past 40.
Okay.
She is unfortunately no longer with us, but she did make it for quite some time. But obviously back in those days, the cancer protocol was not as up to date, obviously, as it is today, and we have so many advancements and treatments. In addition to that, about 6 years ago, my father came down with esophageal or throat cancer.
Okay.
At that time, many victims of that type of cancer were left with one option, which would have been to have their larynx and the part of the esophageal tract removed. However, my dad didn't want to lose his ability to speak, and he didn't want to talk through a voice box, which is what many cancer patients of that type would be faced with. So he decided to go through an immediate chemo and radiation battery, and unfortunately it destroyed the esophageal lining, and so it turned into a concrete wall basically. So he has been able to get some liquids down and so forth, but it's just never been the same. So basically he's been surviving for the last 6 years off of means of a feeding tube, and he's at peace with it. It's just the way he lives, and he lives a very vibrant and robust life. He loves to tinker in the garage and play in the yard, as all older folks do. So he's now 81 years and old, and he's still
Okay, so even though it's not breast cancer, it is personal.
Right, it is. And then in addition to that, a year almost to the day that I found out my father had cancer, my husband came down with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it was a large mass that had been undetected up to a year, or not even a year, a month before that. He was experiencing shortness of breath, gaining weight in the neck area and so forth. And so it was determined that the large mass, they need to investigate. They went in and they pretty much determined that it was due to its position, it was not a good idea to touch. It was lodged between the heart and the lungs.
Okay.
So they immediately decided after that protocol to go forward with chemo and radiation, and he is now a 5-year survivor. He was actually considered stage 4 at one point, and as many people indicated, he looked to be, at that time he was in his mid-30s, that he had aged 30 years. But he has come back and is back to work and is being healthy and productive.
So Diane, I understand that there's a walk that's going to take place this October. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, most definitely. We are going to have our Walking with a Purpose event, an AWWIN Breast Cancer Awareness Walk. It will be on Saturday, October 23rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at the Savannah Mall.
Okay, and I understand that there's going to be a guest as well.
Oh, most definitely. We have Joanne Rosario Condry, who is a gospel singer who will entertain the crowds during our post-walk festivities.
Registration also can be on the website as well.
Yes.
And we're also doing something else. We're doing a contest.
Oh, most definitely. To add a little pizzazz and to get the community involved, we've decided to propose 2 different divisions of an art contest. We'll have an elementary, lower elementary, which would be K through 2, and then the upper elementary 3 through 5 grades. And we're going to ask that little boys and girls throughout the community submit a image, a picture, a drawing of some sort that they created themselves for competition to see. One from each division will be imprinted on a t-shirt, which will be obviously worn by all of our walkers and available for purchase.
Okay, and it'll be featured on the website as well. And how soon can we actually start taking in the registration for the walk as well as receiving the designs for the t-shirt contest?
Well, people can start registering for the walk immediately on the website. And for those who would like to compete in the art contest for the t-shirt, it will be more than likely the beginning of the school year, right around August, beginning of September. We'll get the information out to local schools and through communities so that the children will have an opportunity to be able to submit there.
So unfortunately, cancer has touched our lives, or touched the lives of women or men that we know and love. And with that being said, AWWIN Pink is here as a cancer advocacy for breast cancer, and we are looking to help eradicate breast cancer as well as other cancers. But if you want to host an AWWIN Pink at your church, your business, or organization, please give us a call at 912-659-0241 or visit our website at awwinpink.org, because we are definitely here to eradicate cancer. And this is Sarah and you Agro, along with Diane Parker, talking real.